Good to see you once again on Sunday News Rendezvous. Hope you had a spirit-filled Sunday today. On our lineup, we have beautiful stories that will make your night. Have you ever heard of boat regatta? And do you know how old the Queen's School Enugu is? We have beautiful stories, like I said. Sit tight and enjoy all the dishes we are serving tonight on Sunday News Rendezvous. I am Chiegono Aro. The head news. On our headline news, we have Enugu State Government has launched a 20 billion naira security trust fund with a call on the general public to invest in the initiative to strengthen the state's security structure and attract investment. Chika Ugu has more.
A journey which began about 8 months ago with inauguration of carefully selected members of the Enugu State Security Trust Fund Committee, comprising representatives of the private sector and security personnel, as well as some top government functionaries. The aim of the initiative is to support the state government in its venture to secure lives, foster development, and make Enugu State conducive for living, tourism, and investment. The governor represented assured of transparency, noting that the initiative is in line with the law.
Excellence is strong in the belief that without security, there's no way we can move our GDP, move our economy, or even create a safe environment for investors to come. We loaded significant resources in setting up the distress response team and started right away on the command and control center and laying fiber optic across the state, running to hundreds of millions and in some instances billions before the Security Trust Fund was fully inaugurated.
Chairman, Board of Trustees said the Security Trust Fund is a move to complement the state government's efforts.
I've invited everybody to understand that we must all do this together. Insecurity has been something that has been plaguing Nigeria for years, and Enugu is not alone in that process. But we in Enugu, we can all come together and put hands together to raise funds to support the state in that initiative.
With 4 years to deliver on the mandate of generating 20 billion naira, the committee is urging the general public to key into the process as security is a collective venture. In Enugu, Chika Ugu, NTA News.
Strengthening the nation's unity, values, and patriotism, as well as consolidating the national identity, can significantly move Nigeria forward, especially in this critical moment. This was the focus of the stakeholders' engagement on sensitization of the readopted national anthem and national value character, organized by the National Orientation Agency. Uchenna Nnamele was there.
The one-day stakeholders' engagement was aimed at sensitizing the populace on readoption of the national anthem and the national values character, as well as the need for Nigerians to imbibe the spirit of patriotism, accountability, and integrity to Nigeria. It is believed that the readopted national anthem and the national value character represent the heartbeat of the people's collective identity, ideas, and aspiration as a nation.
If you are a leader in your community, it's your time to let the people know that this is what we should do to make our community, to make our Nigeria a better place.
Chairman on the occasion, Reverend Emmanuel Eden, notes the need for government at all levels to create an enabling environment for the betterment of citizenry.
It goes a long way to prove to the entire world and even the government of the day that Nigerian citizens are ever willing and ready, to respond to calls and also to come together to do the needful.
The guest lecturer, Ben Okenwa, described the readopted national anthem and the national values character by the President Tinubu-led administration as a roadmap to moral conduct aiming to foster a sense of responsibility from the citizenry, accountability and integrity in governance.
We don't sing them because they are so melodious in our mind or to the ear, but we do it to show that this is the promises we are making to the nation as a citizen.
Some stakeholders who spoke emphasized the need for positive change in the country from both the leadership and the led.
Everybody believes in one Nigeria. It is up to us to change and do the right thing at the right time.
As a community leader, we have to take it to our various communities. Engaging the government and the people is necessary so that people at the grassroots level will know what government is doing.
We should start doing the right thing. Let us come from where we are hiding and stand on the right.
The stakeholders' engagement was tagged 7 for 7, meaning 7 responsibilities for the government and 7 obligations for the citizens. In Enugu, Uchenna Nnamele, NTA News.
In its avowed commitment to eradicating poverty and encourage agriculture, Enugu State government has distributed food items and farm inputs to some victims of flood and herders attack in Isuzo local government area of Enugu State, plus Aniri local government. Chika will report that the gesture was facilitated by the Nigerian Community Action for Resilience and Economic Stimulus, NGCARES program.
The intervention by the Enugu State government through the NGCARES program in Fadama is aimed at giving respite to the farmers, cushioning the effects of natural and human disasters, and increasing productivity of the agricultural produce. Over 2,000 bags of rice, agric inputs such as bundles of cassava stem, organic fertilizers, herbicides, power tillers, multi-purpose grinders, among others, were distributed to the victims of herders' attack at Mbuji Ihamufu and Abo Isiala in Isuzo, as well as flood victims in Obanku in Aniri local government areas. Receiving the items, the farmers expressed their joy and gratitude to the state government.
We are very happy. Who can government do such things to, and they will not be happy? So I'm happy. And we are saying on behalf of the farmers that we continue giving our governor all the support that he needs to make sure that his government and administration is moving forward.
I'm very happy for what he did to us because we are few disappointed because of the flood. The flood came and destroyed our rice, all our cassava, and everything we crop, we cultivate in our land. Saying that God Almighty must surely bless him.
So I'm very, very much grateful of him. I say thank you. And as he came to our rescue to help people of this community, as he have wiped off our tears, I pray that the good God will wipe his own tears.
They, however, appealed to governments to come to their aid in curbing incidences of flooding and herders' attack, which they say has rendered many families homeless and farmlands destroyed. In Enugu, Chika Ugu, NTA News.
We take a short break and we will be right back. Stay with us. Well, if you're ready, we are ready. We are kicking off the Rendezvous segment. Stay close to your TV set. Secondary school education is said to be a preparation for the greater life ahead. It is on this premise that the high and mighty, molded by Queen's School Enugu, came back to celebrate the 70th anniversary of their alma mater. Eukarya will capture the sights and sounds of this celebration for Sunday News Rendezvous.
That song elicited and evoked nostalgia and good memories From the old girls about their alma mater, the students welcomed and entertained their seniors and their guests.
Clear your abacus. 11 minus 10. 10, 20, 25. Answer. 56, correct.
The convention shifted to dinner, where excitement of the reunion seemed palpable. Awards of excellence were presented to the Enugu State Governor, Dr. Peter Mba, for his contribution to the education sector, amongst others who have carved a niche for themselves. The governor was represented by the Commissioner for Gender Affairs, Dr. Ngozeni, an old girl of Queen's School.
Thank you so much. It is with immense pleasure that I stand before you today on behalf of His Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Enugu State, Barrister Peter Mba, to celebrate the remarkable milestone, the 70th anniversary of Queen's School, Enugu.
Earlier, the host president, the outgone national president, chairman of the occasion, and other members of the Old Girls Association spoke.
For the fact that if you not attend Queens in the 70s and the 80s, you are left out.
As we commemorate this significant milestone, we reflect on the remarkable journey of Queen's School, Enugu.
In 2014, a reunion was called of Queen's School Enugu Old Girls Association that took place right here in Enugu.
Even our private school also started, but Queen's School was based on Christian principles that also to be the women.
Queen's School Enugu was founded in 1954.
Well, bravo and congratulations to Queen's School Enugu. 70 good years and still counting. That's wonderful. Moving on, many times people slump and die, even in public places. But do you know you can bring back that person to be alive? As the Nigeria Cardiac Society says, you don't need to be a medical doctor to save a life. But basic knowledge of how to perform cardiac pulmonary resuscitation, CPR, technique matters a lot. And health correspondent Salwa Khalil tells us how to do just that.
Do you know your numbers? Is a popular adage which also means when last did you check your blood pressure? These days, we hear of sudden death. People slump, while some may recover. It is the end of the road for others. Medical experts say this occurrence is mostly due to heart-related diseases.
We wake up in the morning, we have this appointment, we must attend to this, we must attend to that, but how about our health? For example, if I ask anybody, what is your blood pressure? If you know it, then you know how to work on it.
Now, the Nigerian Cardiac Society have developed a framework on how everybody, irrespective of profession, could learn how to perform CPR during emergencies. They have also designed a defibrillator which will be placed in public places and could be used by first responders in case of heart attack.
While this thing is going on now with a lot of people developing a sudden death, we are now develop this framework to be able to get the members of the public to be trained on resuscitation.
By empowering communities with CPR skills, we ensure prompt response and increased chance of survival.
With this kind of public enlightenment and approach,
is to take the message to the people.
This is why you need to know your numbers and how to perform CPR so you can bring back to life.
Well, I think that knowledge is very necessary. Honestly. Well, they are adorned in their cultural attire with the boats beautifully decorated as they make display on the River Niger. Tagged Ogbaru Boat Carnival 2024, the excitement of the people is infectious. Franklin Onyekachi is here to bring us sights and sounds of this exceptional cultural event of Ogbaru people, the Goat Regatta.
The Okoti Arena by the bank of the River Niger is packed full with people from within and outside the council area who are gathered to be part of the 2024 carnival. This year, 4 groups from Odebe community and 1 from Obakoba are participating in the historic Ogbaru Boat Carnival. The arrival of the boats is greeted with excitement. Having arrived individually, it is time for a joint display of all the boats to the admiration of the spectators. For the people of Ogbaru, the water is no threat. They play and dance on it.
As this water is now, I cannot die inside this water. So far that I've not killed, I've not wasted someone's life. Whenever I jump into this water welcomes me.
The festival is a happiness for everybody.
Boat regatta, which the people of Ogbaru mark every year, is an opportunity for them to showcase their culture. It is also an avenue for them to bring to limelight the perennial issue of flooding and other challenges facing the riverine community.
I think we have the worst road in Anambra State, the worst. And it also a hindrance to fighting crime and criminality.
Every season like this, you find out that all our agricultural produces get washed away by the river and water. So we are begging them to provide for us storage facilities so we can store those items like yam, cassava, so that they will be there till another market period.
Musical and cultural groups are on hand to spice up the celebration, even as the participants savour local delicacies.
Culture, they say, is the people's way of life. For Ogbaru people, the water means no threat. But to those of us who live on the dry land, I don't have to say it. Now we move on to a burial with tears, laughter, stories of a life well lived. Many gathered to bid farewell to the founder of Catix PLC, late Gilbert Obiajulu Uzodike, as he was laid to rest at his hometown, Otolo Nnewi North local government area of Anambra State. Onome Okadibo reports that the funeral mass was held at St. James Catholic Church, Nnewi.
75 years ago, late Gilbert Obiajulu Uzodike was a business mogul, a philanthropist who founded Catix PLC in 1981. During the funeral mass, the officiating priest said, late Gilbert Obiajulu Uzodike lived a life of humility and commitment to the service of God and humanity.
Almost everything, as I have noticed, that people have written about him is true. It's true. A very humble man, not showy, but deeply intellectual and wise. A mentor to many people.
At his country home, prominent Nigerians, business moguls, politicians Traditional rulers, the clergy, and people from all walks of life gathered to pay tribute to a man who has touched hearts and changed lives.
Ajulu Uzodike is somebody of reference, somebody that is a nation builder who believes in humanity.
For me, it's a rude shock. Ajulu was such a nice person who had the interest of this community, Nnewi community at heart.
For family members, he was an excellent role model.
When you walk a room and hear people speak of him with respect and admiration, you realize two worlds pass to you.
He was an achiever. He never starts something, he never finishes. So once he starts, you can be sure he would finish it.
I'll miss his advice and his counsel, and I'll miss the example and inspiration that he was to all of us.
Our daughter, we are married.
Earlier, a night of tribute was organized where family, friends, business associates spoke extensively of his legacies. The 3-day-long funeral came to an end with a Thanksgiving Mass at St. James Catholic Church, Nnewi. Late Gilbert Uzodike is survived by wife, children, and host of other relations.
May his soul rest in peace. And the remains of the matriarchs of Uzodike dynasty, late Lady Philippa Oburo Uzodike, have been laid to rest in her family compound at Ndiogbe, Otolo, Nnewi, in the Nnewi North local government area of Anambra State. Ngozi Okera has the report.
The journey of the late Lady Philippa Uzodike began with a concelebrated vigil mass said for the repose of her soul, with a charge to Christians to always think about the essence of life. Family, friends, and well-wishers from within and outside Nigeria later converged on St. James Catholic Church, Otolo, Nnewi, Anambra State, for the Requiem Mass and to pay their last respect to the deceased. In his homily, the oldest priest in Nnewi Diocese, Monsignor Hippolyte Adigwe, urged Christians to always live a life of gratitude to God, knowing that life will end one day.
The major thing in our life is not how long we lived, but how we spent that life.
The body of the late nonagenarian received final commendation and was committed to Mother Earth in her family compound, Ndiogbe, Otolo, Nnewi, Anambra State. Children of the deceased described their mother as a devout Christian with lots of charitable works.
She had a glorious 93 years, and it's like every good thing has to come to an end.
Oh, my mom, I don't know how to really describe her. She's full of love, full of peace. She always wants to give.
She kept the family united. She cared for everybody, a very peaceful woman.
Because she's always full of good counsel. I'm going to miss her support.
My grandma was a very special woman, a very devout woman.
She'll be dearly missed, and I have nothing but good memories for her.
In-laws and well-wishers paid glowing tributes to the deceased, as well as condolences to the family she left behind.
She's like the sun that never sets. I mean, she's a lovely human being. She's a beautiful human being.
She has contributed immensely. That's why we are here, to pay our last respect.
The 3 days funeral climaxed with a Thanksgiving Mass at St. James Catholic Church, Otolo, Nnewi, Anambra State. Late Lady Philippa Uzodike, while alive, was a lady of St. Mulumba, Nigeria, a community leader and an author whose major work, Love Seeds, was published in the USA. She is survived by many children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and numerous relatives.
Well, on that note, we wrap up our session of this Sunday Rendezvous for this week. Do join us next week for another fresh edition. And on behalf of all the operational staff of NTA Enugu Live Studios, is thank you, cheers, and shalom.
With total submission to the will of God, the family of Boniface Maduka Ifebi, Knight of St. Christopher of Okpuno Umwota Village, Obosi, in Idemili North Local Government Area of Anambra State, Nigeria, announces the last respect of their dearest wife, mother, grandmother, sister, aunt, cousin, and mother-in-law, Lady Victoria Nkechi Ifebi, née Okeke, age 71. Burial arrangement Sunday 20th October 2024, 4 p.m. Wake up at her residence at number 7 Damian Street, Ubene 1, Abapanike, Enugu. Thursday 31st October 2024, 4 p.m. Wake up in the country home of her loving son, Chief Nnamdi Oluchukwu Ifebi, Onwa Obosi at Okpuno Umwota Obosi. Friday 1st November 2024, 7 a.m. Ezinne Onwa Obosi leaves her transit home in Ihienu Mission Hospital, Ogidi 4 Obosi. 8 a.m. lying in state in Onwa Obosi's country home. 10 a.m. church service at St. Andrew's Anglican Church, Obinago, Ire, Obosi. Dust-to-dust rites follows immediately after service. Reception holds after the dust-to-dust rites in the country home of Onwa Obosi. Sunday, 3rd November 2024, 9 a.m. Thanksgiving service in St. Andrew's Anglican Church, Obosi. Announcer, Sir Boniface Maduka Ifebi, for the family.
Welcome to Garden Court Hotels and Resorts, situated at 3 Airport Corner Road, Airport Corner Bus Stop,